Hi, my name is Noemi and I'm a pro makeup artist, and today I'm going to be creating a soft glam prom makeup look. Okay, I already prepped her skin with some skincare. I'm going to go ahead and add these Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy drops, and this is going to give her skin a little bronzy glow for underneath the makeup. This is good for adding some bronziness to the skin, and it also helps with evening the skin tone around the entire face. Super beautiful and glowy, bronzy and glowy. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and prep the eyes for some eyeshadow. I'm gonna go ahead and use some concealer to carve out her brow. This helps the eyeshadow last longer throughout the day. This helps make the eyeshadows brighter, and it evens out the skin tone on the eyelid. I'm using the Natasha Denona bronze eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna go in with shade Beach. And I'm starting by patting the shadow onto place. I'm gonna go ahead and apply it all over the eye. And I'm focusing on the crease area first before I start fully blending. Once I've patted the shadow in place, I'm gonna go in with circular motions, and I'm gonna go ahead and start blending everything out. Next shade I'm gonna be using is color Suntan. And I'm gonna go ahead and place this shade right at the edge of her eyes. I'm gonna place first, like the first shadow, and then once I've placed, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with circular motions. I'm adding a darker color at the edge of her eyes for some dimension, and the darker you go, the smokier it gets. We don't wanna go too dark because we wanna keep it nice and light. Next, I'm gonna be using shade Silk for her eyelids. I'm gonna be spraying the shadow color with some fixing spray, and then applying that to her eyelids. This helps not only for the shimmers to stick to her eyelids, but for the specks of shimmer to pop more. And I'm just applying in patting motion, so I'm not blending out, I'm just patting onto her eyelids. Next shade I'm going to be using is color Deep Dive, which is the darkest shade in the palette. I'm going to be using this on her lash line. This is going to create an effect of eyeliner. Not only does it make her eyelashes look thicker, but it gives the cat eye dimension, so it pulls back her eyes. I think this is a great way to make a cat eye without looking so harsh, keeping it on the soft glam side. I want to get as close as possible to the lashes so that you can't see any skin between the shadow and her lashes. One of my favorite tricks to do for this shadow look is to grab your concealer brush and clean up that shadow liner that you created, so you get a clean and seamless look. Okay, next I'm going to be using Blank Amplified Tubing Mascara for her eyelashes. I love this mascara because it's tubing, so it helps make them look longer faster, and it gives them a really thick and dark look. This mascara lasts longer and it doesn't bleed, which we love. It's perfect for prom because she's going to have a really long night, so we want it to last as long as possible. Next, I'm going to be using Bobbi Brown's eyebrow pencil in color Warm Dark Brown. So she has amazing eyebrows. So I'm going to go ahead and just fill in any empty areas, which is typically the tail area. And the brow pencil comes with a spoolie, so you want to go ahead and use that as you go so that you have a seamless finish and you get like the most hair-like strokes. Next, I'm going to be using Lucky Chick Glow Illuminizer for her cheeks. I'm using this right at the top of her cheekbone, and I'm using this with my finger so I can really blend it into the skin. Next, I'm going to be using Patrick Ta's Major Skin Cream and Powder Duo in shade Light 1. I'm starting off with the cream part of the palette, and I'm being very nice and light because this foundation has really nice coverage. This foundation is very creamy, very glowy, blends really seamlessly with the brush. And look at the coverage, look at the difference between both sides already. Next, I'm going to be using Makeup by Mario's Surreal Skin Concealer in shade 140. And I'm only dotting this under her eyes. And with the brush, I'm going to start patting it into place. This concealer has great brightening effect, and it also has a glowy finish so that it looks like skin. I'm diffusing around the cheeks and blending it into the foundation. I'm going back in with the Patrick Ta Duo, and this time I'm going to be using the powder. And I'm going to be lightly setting the T-zone with the powder. Next, I'm going to be using Kosa's Blush is Life blush in shade Butterflies. I quickly added bronzer off camera to bronze up her skin, and now I'm adding the blush right at the apples of her cheeks. You only need a little bit of this so that it shows up on the skin. I'm going back in with the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be using shade Magma for the bottom of her eyes. This is going to give her a little bit more of a smoky eye look. This also helps brighten her brown eyes. Next, I'm going to be using Shayna B Cosmetics lip liner in color Berry Beach. And I'm going to be using this as her lip liner. I'm going to be following her natural lip shape. I love this shade because it's an everyday wear. You can wear this in the daytime, nighttime, and it looks beautiful. It also looks like a very lip-toned color, which I love. I'm making sure to only outline the outer corners of her lips. And with the other side of the lip liner, I'm going to be using the sponge to blend out any harsh lines. I'm going to go ahead and finish this off with Huda Beauty's Faux Filler Lip Gloss in color Glassy. This gloss can be used with any lip liner shade as a topper. It has a very coconut scent to it, which is so yummy for summer. This helps also give a very plump lip look, which I love. And this is the final look. She's all ready for prom with her soft glam. She looks beautiful, bronzy, and this look is gonna last her all night. Don't forget to subscribe to IPSY with the link in the description box down below. Like this video and subscribe to the channel to stay in the know. Bye!